On this week's episode of TGC News, Trijicon comes out swinging with the MRO, FN gets mushy on us, and I humble brag hard. The RE Factor Tactical Operator Band is the ultimate in discrete survival tools. Offered in a variety of colors, the Operator Band houses almost 10 different survival implements to get you operating operationally in no time. Get 10% off your entire order at refactortactical.com using the code TGC10. Welcome back. My name is Jon Patton, and this week's first story is about a new aimpoint competitor that everyone is talking about. The Trijicon MRO, or miniature rifle optic, is coming out swinging with its compact size, simple adjustments, and large objective lens. Sharing a similar size 2MOE reticle, the MRO actually loses out on sans mount weight to the aimpoint at 4.1 ounces compared to the aimpoint's 3.0, and it only has 2 night vision settings to the aimpoint's 4. It also loses out on battery life, claiming only 3 years of life, where the aimpoint claims over 5 years on daylight settings. But the thing is, I'm not sure any of that matters because the MRO has the potential to tackle the formidable Micro T2 based on price alone. With an MSRP at $639 with a mount, that puts the street price almost $200 cheaper than the aimpoint. That sounds fantastic on paper, but this thing is brand new to the market and we have no idea how it's going to hold up against abusive users. I, for one, am going to be waiting until I get one in hand or see some reviews like the one my buddy Whitey over at 4GuysGuns is going to be doing. And I'm glad I didn't say it was the top tactical 45 news. The FNX 45 Tactical turns into a squishy mess when exposed to ambient heat for extended periods of time. Dustin Ellerman, otherwise known as the nicest guy in the gun world, or the guy that cooked bacon on a suppressor, recently posted a short video showing his FNX Tactical being squished around with very little effort after sitting in the sun on his range in Texas. According to the video, he noticed something wasn't right when the mags weren't ejecting properly. When you can collapse the grip of your handgun with a single hand, that's a major problem, especially when it's only due to normal summertime exposure in the US. I'm not sure if it's the thin walls like Dustin says in the video, or if it's subpar material from FN, or if it's a combination of that plus being a black gun. But what I am sure of is that FN needs to address the problem immediately. If they don't take ownership of such things, it could do irreparable damage to the brand. The single greatest thing about the AR-15 platform is the modularity. The fact that you can add, remove, and interchange so many parts is just splendid. Well, Rock River Arms thinks you're dumb enough to forget all that and buy their new IRS, or Integrated Rifle Sights, AR-15 uppers. Currently, they're being offered in 3 different 16-inch configurations and 1 18-inch version, and they all have Rock River's IRS handguard, flat top rail, and fold flat sights. Oh, and did I mention that the pricing starts at $1,165? Take a second to pick your jaw up off the ground. Yeah. Okay, listen, I get it. Having a sight full flush into the gun looks cool, but being stuck with the same rail and sights on an upper forever is straight up lame sauce. At that point, you're stepping away from what makes the AR so cool in the first place. And much like the FN rifle that I crapped on a few weeks ago, I don't hate Rock River, just like I don't hate FN. I just think that products like this would be better left on the drawing board in favor of something that isn't an overpriced version of what they wish people would buy, instead of what they actually want. This week's friendly fire question is from Aaron Benesh on Facebook, and he asked me to explain the difference between gas impingement and piston ARs. Aaron, that's a good question because there's a lot of misunderstanding surrounding this topic. First off, let's get some things clear. All AR-15s use gas to cycle the guns. I've heard a lot of people refer to piston-operated AR-15s as gas guns over the years, and the long and short of it is all rifle caliber AR-15s are gas guns. They all utilize a small portion of the gas created from the propellant inside the cartridge to cycle the action. The major difference between direct gas impingement and gas piston ARs is the location in which the gas interacts with the action. Direct impingement, or DI guns like this one, have a tube that comes from the gas block all the way to the top of the bolt carrier and imparts rearward force inside the actual upper receiver. receiver. A gas piston AR actually imparts force outside of the upper onto a piston that utilizes a rod to impart force on the bolt carrier group. The biggest benefits to running a piston gun as compared to a DI gun are simple. When you move the location of the gas interaction to a place outside the upper, you reduce heat and carbon buildup inside the upper receiver itself. However, that's not to say that direct impingement guns are not reliable, because for all intents and purposes, DI guns these days run like champions. Aaron, I hope that answers your question, brother. The friendly fire question for you guys this week is, besides the Gun Collective, who is your favorite gun channel this week? I'm not talking about overall or who you like the most. I'm talking about who are you watching right now. Post your answer below immediately. If you want your question answered right here on the show, you can post that over on facebook.com/theguncollective or post it on Instagram and Twitter using hashtag friendlyfire. All right, boys and girls, it's episode 10 of TGC News, and I think it's time for a small recap. You know, when I think back to 6 months ago, when my crew at Patton Media started working on what is now the Gun Collective, I wasn't sure how far it would go, but I knew we had something special. TGC News was actually an idea for my cameraman, John. Say hi, buddy. He's not. And we molded it and formed it into what you see now. It was 4 months before it even saw the light of day. We launched on June 15th, 2015, and now TGC is one of the fastest growing media outlets in the firearms world, and that is all thanks to you guys. Almost 500,000 views across all platforms, nearly 75,000 fans on Facebook, 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, and tons of people watching on Full30. And the almost 20,000 people also following along on Instagram. All of you are the reason we keep making this happen. Without you guys, there is no show. I also want to give a huge shout out to our two biggest sponsors, RE Factor Tactical and Savoir Leather. These two companies helped us get TGC News off the ground, and you guys definitely need to support them and use those discount codes so they know where you came from. Now, we have tons more content coming, and I can't wait for you guys to see it all. It's gonna be awesome. That is it for this week's show. Guys, you know what to do if you enjoyed the episode. If you didn't, let me know down in the comments so we can talk about it. Do not forget to subscribe. You won't want to miss a single episode of the show. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. Hey, you. Did you subscribe yet? Come on, bro. You're hurting my feelings. You need to check out last week's show and the one before that. Right there. And you need to click this subscribe button. Remember, I just said subscribe? Do it right now, right below me, right on my gut. Subscribe.